The INTJ equation. The INTJ equation is a channel about typology from the lens of an unhealthy INTJ. Today I'm going to talk to you about NI Hero. If you want to look at the introduction to explain the 8-model function of John Beebe, go ahead and look in the description. There should be a link below. But before we get into the content, I would like to remind you to like, share, subscribe to this content. It'll help it grow. Also, you can join our Discord server. You can add me on social media, most active on Instagram, INTJ equation all around for all of them. Go ahead and send me an email. All that information is down in a link below. So just to touch up on what NI, Introverted Intuition, is, it's the main function, the dominant function, or in this case, the hero function for INFJs and INTJs. This is something that we share. You could also watch my video on Introverted Intuition. It'll be down in the description below. So go ahead and check that out if you want a better understanding what NI is. NI allows the user to subconsciously take in information, see patterns and symbol recognition, and recall information that we subconsciously absorb to kind of think for future-based thinking. So we kind of use it for theoreticals rather than practical use, which SI is more for practical use, more for the present, more grounded. NI is out there, and it's very hard to describe and comprehend. So what is NI Hero exactly? In John Beebe's book, Energy and Patterns and Psychological Type, he breaks down each of the functions down into a category of 3. The first is what an outsider sees. So with NI Hero, John Beebe describes it as imagining. The second category for NI Hero is the art of the process, the outcome of the process, and John Beebe describes it as knowing. And the third category for NI Hero is the goal of the process, which John Beebe describes as divining. I kind of would like the term manifestation better. I think NI is manifesting things. You kind of see what you want way down in the future. The road isn't necessarily laid out. That's the job of the other functions to get you there. But NI is just kind of like you have this idea in your head, and it could be decades down the road, but you kind of know it. So like an outsider will see you just being very imaginative, your head in the clouds, being woo-woo, even maybe schizophrenic, autistic, whatever the labels may be. Just ignore those. And to yourself, the heart of the process is knowing. You just have these hunches, you know. Like I said, NI is about subconsciously taking data in and throwing the good out with the bad and coming up with the best possible solution. So you just kind of know these things. And the end result, according to John Beebe, is divining or manifestation. You might have this outrageous idea, and it might take you years and years to get there, but you just go full steam ahead, and you eventually get there, and you reach your goal. Seeing opportunities out of thin air and creating your own opportunities. As Thomas Jefferson said, I find the harder that I work, the more luck I seem to have. I think that's what NI is all about. But there's also the argument of the law of attraction, and that's a whole other video. In his book, John Beebe describes divining as, and I quote, like entertaining, divining has a double meaning in this scheme. It is not only seeing what direction the future is bending, it is also descrying the divine purpose hidden in the developing situation. Now I'd like to add my own personal flavor of what NI Hero is in my life and personal. To me, NI is kind of like tunnel vision. It's the end goal. It's how we're going to get there. It can be intense focus once we really trigger it in and narrow it down to what we really want. We're always in our heads daydreaming, kind of aspiring for our goals. This is a little embarrassing to admit, but I always had these daydreams and these aspirations of what an ESFP or an SE Dom would have. When I was a kid, I was really into professional wrestling and like metal and stuff like that. So I kind of always daydreamed of me being in a band or a pro wrestler. And, you know, with my SE inferior, I was way too awkward, way too uncoordinated to really reach these goals. Now that I'm middle-aged and, you know, that's not realistic for me, or it's not really what I want anymore. I guess it's a very immature way to look at it. But this is what I want now, and now I'm developing my SE and getting to my goals. It's about manifestation, like I said. Like, this is the goal that I want. I'm going to make it one way or another, and opportunities will come and opportunities will go. our SE inferior keeps us from grasping these opportunities that come about us. So we got to learn to just face that fear of embarrassment and go headstrong with it and just do it. Thank you for watching this video and taking the time to look at NI Hero with me. If you like this content, I would like to remind you to like, share, subscribe. Go ahead and share it on social media. I would really appreciate that to help this channel grow. If you'd like to join our Discord server or add me on social media, all that information is down below. Thank you for going on to Clickbait, and have a great day.